Hello guys, welcome to my gaming channel. Yes, it's Tekken Revolution and also episode 2 of Who Are You? Welcome.
Okay, great. Well, hi, to all the listeners or viewers, how this is going. This is viewers. This is viewers. I'm Q. Well, I'm known as Q. My actual name is Qudduws Campbell. From Trinidad, but everyone knows me as Q because the first letter in my name is Q. I am a blogger. I basically do a lot of writing. I'm a programmer. I am a teacher. I tutor students. I am a gamer, of course. I play a lot of video games. I own most of the current gen consoles and the most of the current gen handheld. I play a lot of RPGs, JRPGs, because that's my favorite genre. I love those type of games. I do YouTube from time to time. I'm not as how can I say, I'm not the best YouTuber because of the fact that some of my hardware that I use for recording is they cause a lot of problems with recording and stuff like that. So I don't put stuff up on YouTube as often. But I do have a YouTube channel it's basically called if you search on YouTube for LP Guardian, the YouTube channel is Q as in Queuue, and basically it's a channel for Button Smashers blog.com, which is a website, a video game website that does video game reviews and articles on video games, and has a lot of content from different writers and editors from all over the world. That's basically what it is and stuff like that. I also do a podcast. I'm a podcaster, so I also do a podcast called the Button Smashers Podcast. It consists of 5 hosts to the podcast, which includes myself and 4 other members, which Katami, Adrian, Sheldon, and Rai. And basically we talk about video games and anime and tech and all that kind of cool stuff. And we have guests from time to time and things like that, basically.
That sounds awesome, and I mean that's also a bit like how we met. I mean, first of all, due to YouTube and everything, but also on Google Plus, I think we started to connect a bit, and then also you invited me to be a part of a podcast, which was really fun. You know, talking about different games, and I think you also had we will see what happened at the end of the year, because I remember that you asked what particular game would be like the game of the year. I remember I said BioShock Infinite, and we had different opinions there. I don't recall what did you say? What game did you predict to be like the...
Did I predict to be the end of the year game? Let me see if I can remember correctly. I think I said my game for game of the year was, let me see if I think it wasn't, I think I said, I'm really confused at the moment. I think, what basically, we chose, was it 5 games everyone plus one?
I think so.
I think I picked Grand Theft Auto 5, I think.
Yes, that was it.
I think that's what I picked. I think out of the 5 games, I think there was Watch Dogs, BioShock Infinite, this guy D2, which was, I think that was Ryan and Adrian's pick, and then there was Metal Gear Solid 5. But basically, my point of view has changed since then, because Last of Us came out, and that game is awesome. I think Last of Us is going to take Game of the Year this year, at least from unless of course Grand Theft Auto 5 comes really, really, really good, which they do have the potential to do something like that. I think Last of Us has won over the hearts of everyone. I mean, it got a lot of the Metacritic score for that is I think it's 9 point something or something like that. It's really high. I think they got 10s across the board from most reviews and stuff like that. I think it got 10s from most of them. I haven't personally reviewed it myself yet because I haven't gotten a copy because being busy with some other stuff in my life. But I may pick up a copy maybe later this week or next week, and I may not be able to play it immediately because I think I haven't even finished BioShock Infinite yet. But I will see how soon I can finish it and stuff like that. And maybe people can see what I think of the game. But as far as I know, it's really great. Really, really.
What do you think regarding, if we compare the Xbox One as far as we know now, regarding what we have heard and versus the PS4? What are your thoughts about that?
Okay, personally, Xbox One, I'll start with Xbox One because I actually started writing an article for it on Button Smashers and never got finished with it because of the fact that my tablet kept crashing while I was writing, and I just got fed up, and I just said, "Screw this! I'm scrapping this article. I'm not gonna do it right now."
Okay.
And that's part of my writer's block. What was going on with me? And so what happened is that with the Xbox One, it was the first out of the door of the Wii U, of course, which most people don't consider to be a next-gen console because of the fact that it uses current generation technology or similar to it. But between the two, Xbox One and PS4, Xbox One was first out the door. They did not really pick up any sort of steam at the beginning. They just sort of alienated their base their basic consumer base there. They just kind of alienated us, and I have to say us because I'm an avid Xbox 360 user, and so they alienated us. They didn't show us stuff that we were interested in. They showed a lot of television stuff and they showed a lot of PVR stuff and things like that. And I mean, a lot of those things are not really needed. A friend of mine bought a smart TV the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna buy a new TV pretty soon, but I'm not gonna buy it smart. I'm just gonna buy a flat screen, a very thin one, and just have it on the wall. I don't need the smart features. It's gonna cut down on the price by not having the smart features, as well as everything that the smart features do. My Xbox and my PS3 and stuff do that already. I get Netflix and all those kind of stuff on them, so I don't need that added feature. And the same case is that with the Xbox One, they showed an awful lot of features that other devices that most people currently own kind of already do, so it just kind of defeats the purpose of having that device there. I mean, yes, Microsoft wants you to have this one device that sits in your living room and does all these things, but I don't think that they should have focused on that. I think they should have just ignored that and focused on the games itself, because that's what most people who play consoles look for. They look for the games. And then when people later down the line, as the system is about to launch, that's when they should have said, "Oh, we have these cool features that you can check out." And that way would have built the steam for the console, as well as the DRM that they had for the console was horrible.
Yeah.
No one wanted that, and Microsoft still pushed for it. And eventually, when Sony showed up, that here's what we're not doing that DRM. That's not going to make any sense. No one wants that. Microsoft got cold feet, and they turned and run. They scapegoat. They just went all the way back. They were like, "Yeah, we're not going to do this thing anymore. We've changed our minds." Basically, it kind of looks bad. I mean, I'm happy that they didn't go through the DRM, but it looks really bad on their part. It makes them look really, really bad by trying to force something that is not appreciated by the video game community, the gamers, and then afterwards realizing that a lot of people are not interested in it, and then just kind of scrapping the whole idea. But all in all, the PS4 so far, I have to say, I watched E3, the E3 conference for the PlayStation 4, and I fell in love with Sony. Most people who know me know I'm on Nintendo. I play most Nintendo games. I own almost every single Nintendo console. And according to Adrian and the guys from the podcast, they say I'm a Nintendo fanboy. If I am, well, what can I say? But basically, I think I've become a Sony fanboy. I've fallen in love with Sony. I've also owned a lot of Sony consoles. I've owned most of them before, but I've never really sat and enjoyed playing them. Like, there's mostly like 3 games or so on each Sony platform that I enjoy, and then I don't play the rest of them. I get the rest for like Xbox or Wii or something like that. And well, in the case of the PlayStation 3, there was Uncharted, Infamous, and probably Ratchet and Clank or Resistance. But now there's so many games that Sony showed off at the event. Like, they focused on video games. They focused on stuff that people want, because we are gamers. We want video games. We don't want, how can I say, we don't want random apps and stuff like that. That's what we have smartphones for and tablets. And when they showed those things, and they used the share feature, they showed the share feature, which was really good, because a lot of us, we do live streaming and we share content, and having the option to just share our content is really good, just having it on the device. That's an actually cool idea. So I have to say, between the two, Sony has won me over. They did a better conference at E3, they had a better console, better specs, and I'm not really much on the specs, but the games, that's the main thing. The games that they showed, Sony showed off more games, and they showed off better games. They also appealed to the indie developers. They showed off a lot of stuff with indie developers, which I think is really good, because indie developers, we need to support the indie crowd. That's what makes video games better. It's what makes it grow and stuff like that.
But anyways, we're getting to an end to this interview, and as always, it's great to talk to you. And this might sound very... Do you have any last words?
Oh, wow. Well, I guess it's always great to talk to you, Rogers. Always. I look forward to chatting with you. You're pretty awesome. I had to say last words. I would say to all the people who were listening to this, and I hope you guys enjoy this whole interview with Roger. Roger is awesome, by the way. Like his channel, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. And for those of you who are probably watching over on buttonsmashersblog.com, like, subscribe to buttonsmashersblog.com, and share and all that kind of good stuff.
Thanks a lot, Q, for this great interview, and thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.